Good morning. Today we have a special interview with the Superintendent Dr. Padalino about how the decision is made for snow days and delays. Dr. Padalino, can you walk us through what the weather and road analysis process looks like the day before, the night of, early that morning?
Well, I guess there's many different ways to look at it. I think there's the easy way is when a storm comes in at night. So we know it's coming. Obviously, it always starts with the forecast. So as snow starts at night, our alarms are all set for 4 o'clock in the morning. Myself, our Department of Buildings and Grounds, our Transportation Director, and our Communications people. So around 4 o'clock, our Director of Buildings and Grounds gets in his truck. He starts driving around the district to assess roadways. Our Transportation Director starts calling the local highway departments as well as the bus companies to see what they're seeing out there as far as the roads are concerned. And our communications people are getting ready to put out the message whether we're closed or delayed. So we try to make that call by 5:15 every morning. Sometimes I'm a little late, I know that, but that's just about the decision making. But that's the easy one, when it happens at night and it's the morning. The difficult ones are when it happens during the day. So we don't have that opportunity to go out and assess the roads. We're a little bit depending on and hostage to, I guess, the forecast.
Yeah.
So just like the weatherman, sometimes, like a few weeks ago, we made a call that the snow was supposed to come in around 10, and nothing ever really happened.
Yeah.
So sometimes we're right and sometimes we're wrong. But at the end of the day, we try to be always thinking about the safety of our students.
Of course.
What a lot of people don't know is we have 135 buses on the road every morning.
Wow.
And 135 buses on the road every afternoon. KCSD School District is 98 square miles. So we have city, we have suburban, and we have rural areas.
Yeah.
And so many different types of geography. So there's a lot to take into account when we're looking at snow days. Some people will look out their window and they'll think, there's nothing here. Why is he delaying, or why are they closing? Yeah. Well, you may go out to Rosendale or over towards Woodstock, and they have a lot of snow.
Yeah, like I have a few friends who live, pretty far out, like where it's more rural. And while at one point we had some flooding that we had a snow day for, and they had to close school. The schools were closed because there was a ton of flooding out in like more rural areas or like by rivers.
Right.
And I live like a 40-minute drive, like a 40-minute walk actually from here. Like I live in Kingston, so there was nothing.
Right.
So
and we have the added dimension of so many creeks in the river.
Yeah.
Right. So a few weeks ago when we had all that rain, one of the things we were looking at was the tide. Yeah. So if we wanted to make sure we weren't dismissing students when the tide was coming up, because then the Rondout gets completely flooded.
Oh yeah. How and when are families informed of closures / delays to allow time for adjustments?
Yeah, so we try the best we can to, like I said, to get that message out by 5:15. In really almost imminent certain circumstances, I try to do it the night before sometimes. Yeah. But we use our text message system, we use local news, we use our website, and we use our email. And so also if people didn't have those, they could also call the main line for Kingston City Schools, and we put a message on Kingston City Schools as well.
Yeah. What factors go into these calls that students and families may not consider?
Yeah, like I said, I think that there's the distance and the type of geography of our district makes it difficult. Because there's so many, we have different weather in different parts of the district at different times. Also, looking at, like I said, with some things like the tides and how many, we got the Sawkill and we've Rondout and those things, they flood. Yeah. So looking at those type of road conditions. So I think it's a lot of different things we have to look at that. Like I said, I've had obviously every time I call a snow day or delay, I get people who are happy and people who are unhappy. I've never I never think I've had 17 years of doing this, everyone happy with the snow day call. But like I said, I think there's a lot of different things, and we do communicate well with the city and the county, and we do have people out on the road driving around to see what the conditions are.
Yeah. How do you ensure students get consistent education and supports despite disruptions?
Yeah, I think we build those snow days into the calendar. So I know we have to have 180 days of instruction for all of our students, so that we know that if we have 7 snow days, we're still going to get those 180 days. So I build those 7 extra days, which a lot of people also don't know, that you do get them back in the spring if we don't use them, and if we go over, we take them away from spring break. We've been lucky we haven't had to do that since I've been here, I think. But if we don't use as many, you get them back in the end. So you get 180 days of school either way.
Of course. Well, those are all the questions I have. Thank you so much, Dr. Padalino.
Thank you.
Of course.